Hi everyone, it's Misty from TM Training. I'm sitting with Buckingham Meats today, which is a company that I've shopped with for, I'm going to say about 7 years now. They're local to Brooklyn and they have the neighborhood meat store, I think is what we call it, the neighborhood butcher shop. The neighborhood butcher shop up here in Brooklyn. A lot of you will know that I recommend Buckingham's Meats on a near daily basis around here. So I thought it was really important that we actually sit with the owners and find out a little bit more information about the products that they have there and why they're so much better for us than other stuff you can buy in the big box stores. Okay. All right. So we're going to get started now, and we're going to ask you a quick question. I just want to know, first and foremost, can you tell me a little bit more about where the meats come from in your store?
All of our protein is local Ontario. We don't source out west. Mm-hmm. It's not Canada wide. It's just Ontario.
So all from Ontario.
All from Ontario.
Okay, perfect. With that meat being from Ontario, why is it important that we stay within Ontario, stay within our community?
I guess first and foremost, you're supporting local. Mm-hmm. We're supporting Ontario, right. Which is where we live, and we're also reducing the carbon footprint as far as having everything trucked in or flown in. Mm-hmm. Why are we supporting, let's say, the United States or Argentina when we can support our own country? Right,
exactly. Yeah, it's a very good point. So the meat that you sell in the store, obviously you have everything from game to chicken to beef to pork. Is that what you would consider a free range or free run meat?
Yeah. We usually call it like a naturally raised product. Okay. So which means for us is free range, hormone free, and antibiotic free.
Okay, perfect. And what do you think are the benefits about having from a free range meat other than the other meats that you can get from the stores?
Well, I guess the best example would be chicken. Mm-hmm. You'll notice a big difference with chicken in the sizes of, let's say, a boneless, skinless breast that you would get from us as opposed to a boneless, skinless breast that you would get to the grocery store. Okay. Our chicken isn't water pumped, okay. And so if you're paying for $10 worth of chicken and you cook it, that's exactly what you're going to be eating is $10 worth of chicken. Okay. Some of the Walmart and grocery store brands, you're really, after that water's all cooked out of it, because the water brings up the weight, and that's what you're paying for water. You don't get that $10 worth of chicken.
So what they're doing is pumping the breasts full of water to make them look bigger and plumper
and juicy and happy and
right.
Yeah,
delicious.
Yeah. And then they're not getting washed with water that has fluoride in it. Right. Our breasts aren't bleached either. Okay. That's another big thing. You'll see our breasts still look pink in the store, but in the grocery store you'll see those breasts will look more white. Okay. And that's
the bleaching that's come in.
That's the bleach too. Okay. And then with beef, it's we don't use any reddeners. We don't use any stabilizers in it. Okay. Meaning sometimes like grocery stores will and they don't go ahead and do it, but there's they don't have a butcher there, so right. Everything is brought in already pre-done. They're not going to custom cut something for right. you. Right. So wherever that is processed, they will put the MSGs in it, mm-hmm. and that's what is going to, they'll be able to keep that same product in there for 2 weeks in the counter.
So
we can't.
I think from my perspective, it would be healthier to buy your meats from a local butcher, such as Buckingham's, right? But what do you think the health benefits are from buying local meat from a local butcher rather than, say, Walmart or some other big box stores? Where are the health benefits there?
Well, definitely cutting out the hormones, right? And the antibiotic, yeah, injected food.
Injected food sounds delicious. I mean, from my standpoint, and we talked about this earlier, I'm really trying to reduce the inflammation in my clients' bodies, and I know for a fact if there's extra hormones, extra MSG, extra additives, preservatives, sodium, bleach in their foods, then the bodies have to now fight off all these extra, bits and pieces going into the body which are going to cause inflammation. So I would much prefer we have a nice, clean, naturally raised product. So Buckingham's, I know this for a fact because I've been shopping there, but Buckingham's has quite a few items of interest as far as nutritionists go. So what would you say, or other items that Buckingham's carry that have health benefits as well?
First of all, everything we do is done by hand at the store. We don't bring anything in. For example, all of our sausage are still made by hand from natural hog casing, and it's not a synthetic casing. And a lot of them are gluten-free, as well as all of our marinated chicken, with the exception of one or two, which we can advise if somebody mentions to us that they're trying to cut gluten out.
Okay.
So that's a huge variety of pork and chicken that we can do that's gluten-free if somebody wants it already spiced and marinated, as well as there's a number of organic chocolate selections there.
My favorite.
And gluten, a lot of gluten-free treats.
Right.
A lot of gluten-free like cookies and tortillas and side dishes and
all bits and pieces.
There's
a big they have fresh produce there as well, along with wild game, I think we said, and the fish as well in the freezer too. So you can buy a lot of different items there. So I really, really recommend that you go check them out. Make sure that you swing by. It's Carnworth, 200 Carnworth, right? Yeah. So Carnworth and Thixon is where it's at for those of you up here in Brooklyn. If you want more information, please visit the website at buckinghammeats.ca. You can certainly contact me at tmtraining.ca as well for further information. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.